Hello and good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here with you all today. As your host of Sonic Singapore, I'm Corval.
And I'm Hai, the busy lead for Hedgehog Protocol. We were both part of Sonic Summit in Vienna. That was one of the best crypto events I've ever been a part of, and we just had to come back for more. We would like to make a special thank you to the Pan Pacific Hotel for this beautiful space, our incredible sponsors and speakers, of course, and the fantastic crew at Pico for helping us put together this great event. Before we dive into our agenda, we have some basic information that our friend here is going to help us with.
And I'm that friend, and I'm going to help you guys out with it. Here's your housekeeping, okay? So this main ballroom is, of course, the center attraction, so it's going to be popping off all day. There will be lunch served outside those doors, I believe, and there will be breaks intermittently throughout the day to get snacks and coffee and the like. This is a big day, guys. There's going to be a lot of information, so be sure to keep your blood sugar up, get some caffeine, you know. Now, again, here's a couple things. Bathrooms are down there to the right, through this door on the right, and or my right. And also, emergency exits, just follow that green guy there. So there you go.
Most of the Sonic team is wearing Sonic branded t-shirts. So if you need anything, they're all here. And the agenda will be available from this QR code that will show up on the screen right here. So make sure you scan it so you can keep up with the program of all the panels and talks that we're having here today.
That's right, and if you get lost on the agenda, you can also scan the QR code at your table, always there. Now, let's kick this thing off without further ado. Let's kick off this summit with Mr. Michael Kong himself. Please welcome Mr. Kong. We're going to get it.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming to the conference today, and hope you enjoy the next couple of days as well. So, Andre and I have been involved in Phantom since 2018, almost from the beginning. We picked up a project that was in the gutter, thanks to others, and we transformed it into a billion-dollar project with a very healthy treasury. And Andre and I absolutely love Sonic. Back then it was known as Phantom in 2018. And we're going to continue to be very much involved on a day-to-day basis, both as executives and directors. And over the years, we've achieved so much. Just with the Sonic chain, we launched last year in December 2024. We got up to $1 billion of TVL pretty fast. And on the crypto BD side, we had Coinbase listing, we had Chainlink integration, CCIP, we've had native USDC issuance, and so many other features for the chain that we didn't have with the original Sonic. Not to mention, we also have a very fantastic technical team. The technical team has built almost an entirely new chain from the old technology, and it's extremely scalable. And I have not heard a single complaint of people about the technology. No matter if the technology, no matter how many people are using the network, if it's a small number of people, if it's a lot of users, the network is extremely scalable. And so I'm very, very confident in the technical team as well. But the truth is that we're also missing a piece, a very important piece, and that is related to more so on the institutional side. If you look at other successful chains that are out there, one really big factor that they have that we're currently missing is having a big institutional player. He'll go into bat for us. He will back us no matter what. He will invest in Sonic ecosystem projects. He will really back the foundation 100%. And that is the missing piece. So what I want to announce here today is that I will be stepping back as the CEO of Sonic Labs, back to my original position of Chief Information Officer, and I will remain as a director along with Andre, who will continue being as the CTO. And the new CEO of Sonic Labs is someone who has a very strong institutional background, who Andre and I have talked to a lot, and we're very, very confident that he can help us solve that missing piece and allow us to be integrated with many global enterprises and investors out there. So I'd like to invite him onto the stage now. His name is Mitchell Demeter. the current CEO of Sonic Strategy, and he'll be now joining us. So I'd like to welcome him on the stage. Congratulations.
That's some very exciting news, guys. I'm very excited for this, and I'm here to ask some questions because I'm sure you guys have some questions about everything that's going on as well. So I'd like to ask you some questions first on the thought process behind this. Like, why bring Mitchell now?
So Mitchell, I think, has a lot of institutional experience. And one of the big things that we were very impressed by is the fact that Mitchell, set up Sonic Strategy. He took a public company and started investing into S. He really put his money where his mouth is. And that's quite unique. And that's someone who shows already like a level of commitment and interest in the project. And that was a very big factor of bringing him on board, that I think our incentives are very much aligned. He also has a very big background in taking companies public, both companies in the private sector, in the public sector. He has a lot of connections and investors. In fact, there's going to be a couple of investors here presenting tomorrow who, coincidentally, Mitchell and I both know together. So that's kind of like how well connected he is.
And how are you feeling about this, Mitchell?
Yeah, I'm feeling very, very good about this. Ultimately, what Michael and Andre and Sam and Matt and the entire team here has built has given us a fantastic foundation. This is a foundation that a lot of teams would dream to have. A lot of companies and teams are out there competing for VC dollars so that they can try and build this foundation that we have right now. We've got, best-in-class tech. Anybody that's used the tech or anybody that's built with it can attest to that. And as far as the treasury, we've got a lot of resources here. And so, we're coming into this in a stage where we've got the tech, we've got the resources, we've got an energetic team that can be grown, and we can really take this to the next level.
And where are we at today? Can you tell us a little bit about your plan for Sonic?
Yeah, overall, I think that there's some things that we can do better on. We can't really sugarcoat it. There's been some decisions that haven't been done correctly. There's been some communication that could have been done better. And, ultimately, the price it hasn't been performing well. And, a lot of people like to say that maybe price doesn't matter, but I think it really does. I think that the price is almost a barometer of the health of a blockchain and an ecosystem. And, obviously we don't want to focus too much on the day-to-day price. We don't want to look at, the hours or the minutes, but the months matter and the years matter. And we need to, as we're executing inside the business, the price will follow. And the price is, it's showing how we're doing. And when we're doing well inside the business, the price is going to show that. And like I said, we've got the resources here to build out a team around the existing team to kind of take this business to the next level.
And where are we going? Can you tell us a little bit about some immediate hires, about some changes you would like to make on Sonic?
Yeah, absolutely. So, ultimately, we need to get alignment within the company to start. We need to be communicating with our stakeholders, whether they're builders or investors or our partners. We need to be communicating with the better. And to do that, we're going to focus on building up the team internally. We're going to bring in, best-in-class hires. We're going to hire a head of business development. We're going to hire a head of global communications. We're going to hire a chief marketing officer, and we're going to build up teams around those people to support that growth. Ultimately, what worked for crypto businesses and blockchains like ours back in 2018 or in 2022, it doesn't work now. And so we need to step our game up internally, and luckily we've got the resources to do that. Builders have a lot of choice where they can go and build and where they're allocating their resources. Investors have a lot of choices on where they're investing their dollars and where they're focusing their energy. And so in order for us to compete in this landscape, we need to mature as an organization. And so we're going to be looking to hire a full U.S. team of executives that are experienced and have built large-scale businesses. We want to attract the best talent in the world to this company to build with us and to build our community and build our ecosystem.
I'm really happy to be hearing all of this. I feel like it's a really good way to see the development that Sonic has been making, and I feel like it's a really good path that we'll be making with Sonic. Sure. Is there anything else that you would like to tell us here?
Yeah, I think overall, I've never been more optimistic about the future here. Like I said, the foundation that Michael and Andre and Matt and Sam and the rest of the team have built here, hosting amazing events like this, the foundation is so strong. And there's a couple little gaps. There's some easy wins that we can bring in here to really take this business to the next level and really position ourselves as a global leading blockchain.
Definitely. Anything else you would like to say as well, Michael?
The only other thing I'd add is, if people are going to be asking me, what are you going to be working on going forward? Well, Andre and I, first of all, 100% supporting Mitchell's activities. We'll make him be the primary decision maker. Obviously, if he has questions for us or needs advice or anything like that, we'll be more happy to provide that. I'm going to be working on some, of the legal stuff, like dealing with multi-chain and a few other things. That's something that honestly has been taking up quite a lot of my time and has been a bit of a distraction. Fortunately, Mitchell can focus on growing the company and working with global enterprises. I can deal with that sort of other stuff. And I'm going to be very much still heavily involved also on the technical side, working with the technical team, making sure that we deliver the business functionalities that we need for all sorts of projects on the Sonic network, whether it's like FT or whatever it might be. And so that's going to be primarily my role going forward, and really just supporting Mitchell to achieve the goal, because ultimately our incentives are aligned. And if he succeeds, I succeed, all of you here succeed, and that's what we want in the end.
I think that's it, right, guys?
Yeah, I guess last message, we're here. I'd want to be engaging with all of you. I want to talk to the builders. We want to figure out where the pain points are. We've been doing that in this last week internally in the organization, but I want to talk to the builders. I want to talk to the investors. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your comments. We're fully here to be engaging with you, and open up these lines of communications and help give everybody around the resources to, basically be fully aligned to really compete on a global scale.
Those were some big news and a great opener for a Sonic Summit. Thank you, Mitchell.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you very much.
That's how that looks.